Hey everyone, Juan here with Skylight Electrical Service, your friendly neighborhood electrician. And today I wanted to create something different. I know I'm usually making those little short reels talking about problems or posting images of jobs that we've done and stuff, which are cool. But I wanted to do more of an educational video to talk more about problems that we find mainly during the winter and I did some research on Google. I went online and I said, you know what are some of the things that are being searched by customers for the most, searched the most during this time of the year, and many of them are trip breakers, burned out outlets, or what was the other one? I can't remember the other one. But anyway, strip breakers burned down outlets and they're not sure what's going on. They're not sure why they continue to have the same problem. Oh, actually, I just remember the third one was the smell of plastic, burned out plastic, electrical plastic, I guess. And it's a very strong smell if you haven't smelled it before or had that issue. Hopefully never, but if you have, you know it's terrible. Really, really bad. Anyways, so one thing that we discovered that most of the people have some problems during this time of the year, during winter, is space heaters. They're not really familiar on what space heaters can do to your electrical system, and it's totally understandable. I mean, I didn't know before becoming an electrician how much of an issue a space heater can become or can be. I didn't know until I started going to people's houses, and then I mean, they said, "Hey, outlets are not working. What's the problem?" Went to the outlet, and I saw that there was something burning up behind that outlet. So we're not really, what is it? We're not really taught about that. So, space heaters, a huge, huge problem, especially during the winter. Some people use them because either their main heater isn't working or they don't want to use. I've heard this excuse before. Actually, this is crazy, but I don't want to use my main heater because it's going to use a lot of electricity or gas, whatever it is using, and that's why I bought this small space heater. But now I've had it for 2 days, and now the rest of my outlets are not working. What is it? What's the problem? And the thing, like I said, that we're not really informed when we purchase these space heaters is that they use a lot of electricity. So either you have them on a dedicated circuit or you learn how to distribute electricity when you're using those space heaters, which a lot of us don't know how to do that. And yeah, I mean, you if you don't know how to do that, it just becomes a bigger problem. So one thing to keep an eye out for is if you start losing power in either one part of the house or several outlets just stop working, or you start smelling something like it's burning plastic mainly, or you touch your outlet and it's warmed up, pay attention to that. Don't wait. Some people have just left it there and said, you know what, I don't want to get this taken care of because electricity is quite expensive, which it is. It's reality. I'm not going to say, no, we're the cheapest. No, electricity is expensive, but because it's a high risk. It's a high risk. Not everybody wants to touch electricity. Not everybody is willing to touch electricity. And it is a scary thing if not taken care of or deal with it with a by a professional. But yeah, some people just leave those outlets that aren't working. They just leave them there, and they don't want to get that taken care of right now until they start losing more power in their house or something major happens. And I've given this fact before. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's a big amount of houses that burn down due to electrical problems. And yeah, so I'll tell you a quick story. I think it was December of 2024, and I remember this because I we were supposed to be off that day, but we got like three emergency calls, and I was the one that attended those three emergency calls during Christmas Eve. And it was the same problem in every single house I went to. Same problem. Customers said, you know what, Juan, I'm not sure what is going on, but I lost power to majority of my outlets in the bedroom. That was the first one. And I said, okay, well, let me take a look at it. As soon as I went there, I saw that there was a space heater right next to that outlet that was smelling a little funky. From what the customer said, it smells really bad. It smells funky. It smells like plastic is melting, but even stronger. I saw a space heater right next to it, and I instantly knew, hey, I've seen this before. I know what's going on. I went up to that outlet and I knew that I had to be extra careful because if you just try to open it with your hands, you don't know what you're gonna find. You don't know if a spark is gonna come out or if you're gonna get shocked. So you got to be extremely careful. I got my insulated screwdriver that I saw here earlier. I got my insulated screwdriver and carefully removed the cover, and then poof, I heard a loud boom, like a spark, a huge spark. So I removed that outlet with my needle nose, which is a bigger pliers. So I removed the outlet carefully, and then it was just continuously sparking. And then I removed it. The customer saw that everything was melting. The wires behind the outlet came loose. The insulation was already burning up. And yeah, once the hot wire stopped touching the outlet, the sparks stopped going. And yeah, it was scary. It was a scary situation. The customer was very surprised. She was scared herself when she saw that. She was like, "Wait, what the heck? I didn't know this thing was going on in my house." Mind you, this is her children's bedroom where this was going on. So she said, "I purchased this space heater because my main heater it's not working right now, so that's why." But I didn't know this is what was causing the problem. So I informed her. I gave her more information about space heaters. I told her, you know what, if you don't have a dedicated circuit for it, or if you're using the space heater in one of your outlets and then you're using the rest of the outlets in that area, which more than likely are on the same circuit, this is gonna happen. And it's scary. The store is not going to tell you this because at the end of the day, the store is trying to sell their products, and majority of them don't really know much about this. We know this because we've gone to several people's houses where the same problem it's the same problem everywhere. So again, that was on December 24th. That was the first house. Second and third house, same thing. Same thing. As soon as I arrived, they said no power on this outlet. It's Christmas Eve. We want to get this taken care of as an emergency. Like, let's get it done. I don't care. I don't care about the price. Same thing. A space heater right next to it. Or if it wasn't right next to it, it was affecting the outlet on the back that, I mean, whatever. I can't remember exactly, but it was affecting the same outlets around the same area, which was on the same dedicated circuit. But same thing, space heater. It's dangerous if not used properly. So yes, be extra careful when you're buying a new appliance to your house, like such a space heater, even what is it? The air fryers, a microwave. Microwave uses a lot of electricity too, so it should be on a dedicated circuit. When you're buying those items, I would recommend getting an electrical inspection. Get your electrical system inspected because it's going to be too late if you just start using things around the house. You don't think about how much electricity each item is using and the damage that it's going to cause to your electrical system. And trust me, if one of those burns down your house, is going to cost you a lot more money. You're going to wish you would have hired someone for whatever price they gave you. So again, this is just a word of advice from us here at Skylight Electrical. We want to make sure you're educated when it comes to your electrical system, and we want you to know that you can trust us. Feel free to give us a call and ask questions. Give us a call and ask me a question. I'm usually the one answering the phone, so give us a call, ask me a question, say, "Hey Juan, this is my plan. I want to buy either a car charger, I want to buy a space heater. Um, what should I do next?" And I'll give you the best advice that I can at that moment. But yeah, get professional advice. Don't just buy items without consulting an electrician because it can become a bigger problem than expected. So that's the advice for today. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask us. Give us a call. We'll be more than happy to answer those for you. But yeah, wanted to make a different video. So thank you guys for listening. Take care.